actually the value there. It doesn't, compared to my other mobile home parks, it doesn't cash flow as good, but my equity is so much stronger there. We haven't, put it for sale or anything. We didn't really have much intentions of selling it, but, realistically, everything's for sale if the price is right.
So Colton, I'm curious, and I appreciate the transparency on the park here. Did you happen to have any type of idea of, where that magic number would have to be in order to at least get you to consider selling it?
Yeah. So here's the thing. The number's higher because I've got 4 new mobile homes sitting there that haven't sold. That's $350,000 to $70,000 worth of mobile home and setup that's sitting there that would have to be technically part of the price. Realistically, $2 million. Probably somebody in my shoes couldn't pay that. Somebody that's just looking to get a return on their money, it may work for them.
And just to be clear, you said you had how many total homes on?
I have 15 pads.
Okay.
Oh God, I forgot. There's 5 mobile homes. We Airbnb one, and it's been rented since we started, and it pays, naturally a little better than if you long-termed it. But no, 15 pads, a single-family house, and a total of 3 acres. I have two wells and 1 giant sump and drain field for a septic system.
And again, I'm just repeating what you said. 15 pads, a single family house, and then you also have 3 RV hookups, correct?
That is correct, which they're on 1 pad.
That's on one of those 15 pads, so it's technically 14?
Yes, sir. That's right.
So 14 mobile home pads, and then 1 pad is specifically for the RV hookups. Got it. And then how many homes are currently actively on the pads?
I don't have my papers in front of me.
It's okay. You can ballpark. It's all good.
So I've got 8 lot rents right now that I don't own the homes.
And your lot rent on average is what?
We're $650 on all the lot rent, and then if it's RV, we're $850 on those 3 RVs, but we include power with the $850, so it technically is $650. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
The RVs, we just kind of word of mouth those. A lot of people from South Georgia just kind of use them for, they'll rent it a month or 2, that kind of thing. There's a big Class A there right now.
And you were saying before you have 4 brand new mobile homes.
Yeah, 4 brand new that have never been stayed in. The 5th brand new one, we've been Airbnb-ing it for about 6 months.
You said $350 to $370 some odd $1,000 for the 5. So you're estimating that you've been able to sell any one of those homes for what, $50,000, $70,000?
Well, actually, we're asking $89,000 for them.
Each one of them, $89,000.
Yeah, due to the type of setup that we had to do. So the park's in a flood zone. It's an AE flood zone. So we had to be 1 foot above base flood elevation. So we had to do elevated pads. And our setup, this is no lie, with power pole and everything, we probably got $20,000 a piece in setup.
And I'm curious, Colton, do you live in that house on the corner there?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, you just rent it out.
That's right.
I understand. Okay. And then was this one of the larger parks you own, or did you have anything larger that, whether it's in the area or not, that you might be open to selling?
I'm actually from Douglas, Georgia.
Okay.
And we've got the 2 big parks here, which we're actually entertaining some offers, and let me tell you why. So one of the big parks, and we operate this all as kind of like one business. We have a maintenance guy, 3 guys that cuts grass, and a manager that manages all of our parks. And they're all just contract labor. The manager gets $25 per house that's rented per month, so she does good. But we've got 200 mobile homes in Douglas. We own probably 180 of them, so super nice houses. But we've got one park that's got 85 to 100 pads in it. They're asking $65,000 per pad, and then we've got another park that's got 85 to 90 pads.
Okay.
And our parks are they're nice. They're really, really good. What I'm dealing with somebody right now on is I've got a 12-unit park here, very simple, single-wide mobile homes, and we own the houses that we're selling for $900,000.
What was the addresses of the 2 larger parks? Just because the investment group we work with.
It would be something like for the investment group. I don't know. We just call them the name of the park.
You can just say the name of the park. That's okay. I can look it up.
Okay. So you can just it should Google. There's a Google bubble.
Okay, and then the other one was what name again?
Everything is 100% occupied. So let me tell you why we're interested in selling one of or those two parks. So the one I'm a third owner of. The other two owners are my dad and Daryl, one of our friends, and they're like, we'd rather just take the money and run at our age because, because we don't want to wait until we're 100. Even though cash flow's good and we stick money in our pocket every month and we don't have to work out there, we don't do anything. And then the other one belongs to my dad and a friend of his, and they're in the same boat. They just kind of, for what we can sell the park for, it would take a long time to, it's because of their age. It's their age. That's all. That's all there is to it.
No,
They just want to enjoy their life unencumbered. Yeah.
Pretty well. I mean, that's all there is to it.
So I'm curious. So you said for the both the around 80 pads each.
Yeah.
And you're saying the lot rents on those are roughly what?
They're mainly park-owned homes. That's the thing. There are some lot rents. We don't like lot rent because it's only about $200 or something like that. But we got into them right, and we rent the houses for like $650. But I can get you a simple hand sketch of the income.
Yeah, that would be perfect because then we'll be able to get you something.
I'll write lot rents and
Right. Okay, perfect.
park-owned homes.
And just to clarify, so this number that we're speaking to you on, this is your cell phone, correct?
It is, yes, sir.
Okay, and then what would be the best email for you? This way we can at least send you over something.
If you shoot me an email, I'll throw that stuff on a piece of paper and send it back to you.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll shoot that over to you momentarily. This way you have it, and then whatever you get for us, we'll be able to run through fairly quickly and get you some type of number. And then you said you're looking for somewhere around the 60. You said $60,000 a pad, roughly.
On the big parks here in Douglas, I think that's what they were talking about.
And then would you, just out of curiosity, if we were able to get you a good price, like the best price possible, would you be at all open to seller financing?
No, because I've got on my park in Fernandina, I've got it borrowed with my local bank.
What about the?
Those have they're borrowed with the bank too. We don't owe a lot on them, but I don't think that's what they're interested in at all.
Well, listen, this has been awesome, Colton. We'll shoot you an email shortly, and then once you send back the email with the info, we'll go through it, and hopefully we can get you something in writing shortly.
Sounds good.
Colton, thank you so much.
Nice talking with you, Colton.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Pretty good, interesting situation here. Guy owns 2 larger mobile home parks in Georgia. Sadly, he owns all of them. Owns all the houses because that's why he wants so much, because he owns all the homes. When he doesn't own all the homes, because he's looking at the equity in the homes, right? He's looking at call it $40,000 per home. You look at 40,000 times 80, right? That's $3.2 million, right? And if hypothetically, in this instance, they want $60,000 a pad. So 60,000 times, let's say 80 each, that's $4.8 million, right? So they're looking for around $5 million a piece, roughly, give or take. But if hypothetically we could also sell them, to people, right? We could sell these homes and we can make, let's just say, $40,000 a pad, right? So $40,000 times 80, that means $3.2 million. So we can essentially get, 80 plus pads for a pretty decent price. Now, obviously the lot rents is not great. It's only $200. We got to confirm that. That's what he said. And obviously he knows what he's doing out in this area, but maybe we can get it to $250. So it's like 250 times the 80 pads is $20,000 a month times 12. Let's do it at a 40% expense ratio. Let's say 144 into a 10% cap rate divided by, let's say, we'll do a 9 cap. It's $1.6 million. Right, so I'm going to pay $5 million, but I'm going to see how much I can sell each pad for. So the point is that he actually really likes his pad. He's obviously asking market value. Maybe these are more ideal for a little bit larger fund than ours. So what I would try to do is try to maybe get him to lock it up for 50 or 45, 48 per pad, and then try to flip it for 55 or 60, just because it seems like that's about market value, give or take. But we'll obviously have to do some more investigating. But yeah, look, it definitely can be interesting. Each pad, let's just say each park we can try to flip for, let's say $5,000 a pad times, let's just say, there's 80 pads each. This is 2 parks, so it'll be $400,000 each, right? So we can try to make a few $100,000 per park here, and I think there's some opportunity. So we'll let's see what we can do.